Okay. First ejection. I'm so freaking tired. I haven't explained that. Hey guys, what's up? This is Kat and welcome back to the bookish side of me. So for today's video guys, I am going to share with you my biggest haul in the longest time ever. From the first video from this channel, I've shared that I've stopped reading somehow and hoarding books for the last 2 years. So this year I started hoarding again, and I think this is my biggest haul in the longest time. So before we start with this video, I would like to share with you what I'm currently reading. So I don't have the books right now because I'm in my mom's office. So first, I'm reading An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. I'm reading it for the read-along or readathon happening in Spill the Books Club. Spill the Books. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to put the full name of the book club here on the screen. So I'm reading it with them, and so far I'm loving it. And for next month, we're doing another read-along. So if you are interested in joining a book club or a read-along, please do check out the username. And also guys, I'm currently rereading the Hunger Games trilogy because I'm preparing for the prequel that will come out later this year or in the middle of the year. I am not really sure, but it's called The Songs. Again, I forgot. I'm going to put the cover here as well. The Ballads of the Songbirds and the Snakes, something like that. So it is a prequel of the Hunger Games trilogy, and I'm so excited to read that one as well. I would love to grab a copy of that once it's out, but right now I'm doing this rereading of the trilogy, and I'm doing it along with a friend of mine, Renee. I'm going to put her username on the screen and on the description box if you want to check her out as well. So let's start with this haul. I think I've hauled too much. I started hoarding books again. I started buying books again last February, I think. So this is 2 months worth of haul. I guess for others this is not a lot, especially if you are a hoarder yourself, but for me it's a lot. It's already a lot. I'm drowning. Okay, so let's start first with my Big Bad Wolf haul. So if you're not familiar with Big Bad Wolf, they have this book fair every year that happens in Manila or in Pasay, specifically in World Trade Center. So I went there for the first time this year. I've heard Big Bad Wolf like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but this is my first time going there, and I've bought books. So the lowest price in Big Bad Wolf is 190 pesos for a paperback and 230 pesos for a hardback. So I've got here 2 hardbacks and 3 or 4 paperback. Now I'm going to show you the books that I got from Big Bad Wolf, and I'm sorry guys if I'm not going to discuss or I'm not going to tell you what the synopsis is or the summary is because I don't really read them. I'm just gonna tell you why did I pick the book and how much did it cost. So let's start with The Muse by Jessie Borton. To be honest guys, I'm not really familiar with this book nor the author, but the reason I picked this up because it has a beautiful cover. Yeah, it's so pretty, especially the hardback, but I didn't get the hardback because wala lang, mahal siya para sa it's 250 yata. I forgot, but it's more expensive, so I got the paperback. And I don't really have a preference when it comes to physical books. It's okay with me if it's a paperback or mass market paperback. I don't really care, but I just fell in love with this cover, and also I've searched this one on Goodreads and I found good reviews about this, so I grabbed it. So I don't have any idea what this story is all about. All I know it's a love story, and I don't know if it's fantasy because of the cover, but maybe it is or it's not. I think it's historical fiction because the book is set in 1967. So I'm excited to read this one as well. Okay, so the next book that I got is The Thing About Jellyfish by Ali Benjamin, I don't know. But I got this book again because the cover interests me and because of this National Book Award finalist, what do you call this? Award here, whatever. So it's plastered there, and again, I checked this on Goodreads and I found good reviews as well. But the reason why I got this is because of different like awards at the back of the book. I'm not really familiar with the story, but I found out that this is a middle grade book and I'm so excited to read it because I think it is so interesting. And the next book that I got from Big Bad Wolf is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. So of course this one I picked because it's a popular one. I haven't read the book, I haven't watched the movie, but I've heard so much good reviews about this and I thought I'm gonna give it a chance and you know, maybe I like it. And I really want to watch the movie, but I don't really have time. But maybe right now we are under community quarantine, maybe I will give it a try. Water break. And then the next paperback from this pile is The X by Alastair Burke. Again, I'm not familiar with this author, but the reason I picked this book is because of the synopsis. This one, I read the synopsis before I picked this up. I got this from the mystery or crime thriller section in Big Bad Wolf and it interests me. So this is about a lawyer who will defend her ex-boyfriend from a murder. Like the ex-boyfriend is a suspect for a murder and she's going to defend that ex-boyfriend because he asked for her help. So this is very interesting for me because the character in the story thinks that she's being manipulated by her boyfriend, and that is enough for me to get interested in the story. Alright, so we're done with the paperbacks. Now we're moving on to the hardbacks that I got from the Big Bad Wolf, and the first one is Us Against You by Frederick Backman. This one, I picked this up because I saw this in a few of my Bookstagram friends and I thought that this is a standalone novel. Actually guys, I'm not sure. Hindi pala ako sure. I thought this is a standalone novel, but according to Goodreads, this is book number 2 of a series. I don't know if I have to read the first book for me to be able to get this one. I have to know that one first, but if you're familiar or if you know this book and if you're familiar with this series, please tell me so in the comment box below because I'm still confused. And the last one that I got from the Big Bad Wolf is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This one is the third book of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Am I right? Yes, I haven't read that series yet. I even haven't started the first book yet. But what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to buy the first books of the series first, and then if I like the story, if I read it and I like the story, and then I'm going to like buy the rest of the series. That's what I'm trying to do right now to be more practical and you know to save money and save time or whatsoever. But I saw this in Big Bad Wolf and it cost 230 pesos, and even though this is the third book, I don't have the second book yet. I bought it because why not? It's 230 pesos for a hardback. Why will you not buy it? Okay, sorry. Alright guys, so that's it for the haul from the Big Bad Wolf. I have another set of haul here on my left side, and we are going to start with the books that I got from sales in national bookstores. And I have here 6 books from National Bookstore book sale that happened last, I don't know when it happened, but it happened and I got it. So let's start with this one. This Is How It Always Is by Laurie Frankel. I got this book for 275 pesos in National Bookstore in SM South Mall, and I picked this up because I read the synopsis. This is about a 5-year-old boy who from an early age, he already knows that he wants to be a girl. And his family knows about it too. They accepted it and they embraced it. And they're trying to keep that secret in their family, and they don't want anyone to know about it because they're afraid that this boy will get judged by the society. So that premise, that story alone, that synopsis alone, it got me. And that's why I picked this book. I really would love to read this one of these days. This is one of my top priority TBR list. And that's it. Next from this pile is The Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I'm familiar with Christina Lauren, but I'm not really familiar with this book. So I picked this up when I saw it from National Bookstore. It also cost 275 pesos. And I really don't know what the story is all about. I just really would like to try a Christina Lauren book because I'm a sucker for romance. So I'm gonna read this soon as well. This one, I got this because when I searched this on Goodreads, I found really good reviews about this, and it has really high rating on Goodreads. So that book is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. All I know is that there is this Indian who went to an all-white American school, and yeah, of course, he's going to be discriminated there, and they're going to, pick on him. But they said that this is really funny, and I think I'm going to love this. So, picking this up sooner or later. Next on my pile is Warcross by Marie Lu. The reason I picked this book is I got this for 115 pesos on National Bookstore as well. It is 80% off. Ayan o. It's 80% off, you guys. So, I got this book, and it's a Marie Lu, and it's the first book in a series. But I picked this up because I really would like to, read a Marie Lu book. One of my favorite series of all time is Legend by Marie Lu. If you haven't read the trilogy yet, please do. It's good. So I really would like to try another book of hers, and that's why I picked this up. And I'm happy because it's the first book, not the second one, not the third one, but the first. And then the next on my pile is this gigantic book. This is The Greek Heroes by Rick Riordan, and to be honest, I am not really a big fan of Rick Riordan or the Percy Jackson series. Okay, this is an unpopular opinion, I guess, but I find Percy Jackson really kind of, confusing for me because maybe of the Greek gods and all that stuff. So when I found out that this book introduces the Greek heroes in a very fun but engaging way, so I thought of giving this a try, and I thought that after this one, maybe, just maybe, I'm going to read the other books of him as well. So I'm not sure about that, but let's see. And the last book from this pile is Someday by David Levithan. So this one is the third book. Okay, no, this is the second book. Ano yung isa? If you don't know what this is yet, Someday is the sequel to Everyday by David Levithan. I've read Everyday like years ago, 6 or 5 years ago, and I loved it. And I picked this one because I know that I will love it as well. I'm so freaking tired. Okay, now we're not yet done, guys. It's not yet done. I'm going to show you first the one that I got from Fully Booked that is on full price. This one, I got this because, I love this author so much. And that author is Colleen Hoover. So I have here her most recent book, Regretting You. This book, I'm done with it. I'm done reading it like a few days ago. Cannot remember. But I'm going to talk about my thoughts and my review about this book on my next video. On my next planned video. I haven't filmed that one yet. So again, guys, we're not yet done. We still have a lot of things to tackle here. Let's move on to this. 2 books came from a friend. This is a gift. I didn't buy this, but I think she got it also from a book sale in Robinson's Dasma. So first I have here Lucky by Alice Sebold. I'm not familiar with this book particularly, but I'm familiar with Alice Sebold because she's the author of The Lovely Bones, and I've read that book and I loved it as well. So I'm excited for this. And the next one is God Bless the Broken Road by Jennifer Bush. I think this book is a family story and it talks about faith in God. So I'm also excited to read this one because of the title itself. I love this song, God Bless the Broken Road and Let Me Stray to You. Kumanta. So anyway, I'm excited to read this as well. Thank you, Des, my friend, for giving this, and I'm gonna read it. Let's move on to the next pile. So this book's it's so heavy. I got this from book sale. As I told in my first video that I love book sale finds. Book sale is one of my favorite bookstore of all time. So I have here 2, 4, 5 books from book sale, and I got them from very, very cheap price, like a bingo. Okay, first I have here The Signature of All Things by Elizabeth Gilbert. I got this for 155 pesos, and so beautiful. Yes, this is a second-hand book and it's still in a good condition. So if you've watched my previous video, top 5 favorite books of all time, you will know that I love Elizabeth Gilbert. She is one of my favorite women all over the earth, all over the world. I love this girl, this author so much. And someone is coming here because, thank you. Lumayas ka na, ginalaw mo yung ano ko, try pa. Sorry guys, we're interrupted because my jowa got me this Turon. I'm gonna eat because gusto ko lang. Oh good. Again, I have this, and you know that I love Elizabeth Gilbert so much. I also don't have any idea what this book is all about, but all I know is that this is a novel, this is a fiction, and this entails a woman named Alma Wheattaker. And I don't know what Alma would like to do with her life, but I'm still gonna read this because I know that I will love it. Hopefully. Next on my pile is another favorite author of mine. I love this author so much. And that author is Gillian Flynn. And this is her book, Dark Places. I love this author. If I haven't talked about her yet, this is a perfect timing. I love Gillian Flynn. I read 2 of her books, Gone Girl and Sharp Objects, and both are just amazing. I also don't know what this book is all about, but I know that this is going to be thrilling, disgusting, or creepy, or disturbing, or twisted, psychotic, whatever. I know that this is going to be good. I also would love to read this ASAP. The next book is I've heard this book multiple times, and they say that this book is really good and really great and psychologically thrilling. I don't have any idea what this book is all about, but I've heard it a lot of times, and that is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Please do not judge me. I haven't read this book, but I really would love to. One of my top priority as well, together with Gillian Flynn's book, but I don't want to read them consecutively because I might lose my mind. But I really would love to read this soon because I've heard really good reviews about this. And that's all. You know this book. You've seen this. And if you've read it, please tell me that I should read it soon. Alright, and then the next book from this pile is another first book from a series which I haven't read yet. No, I've read this one, but I haven't read the rest of the series. And that is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Okay, do not judge me, please. So this one, I've read this a while back. I've finished this book, but I didn't continue with the series because I thought that I'm not liking it. And back then, I've completed the series already. Like, I have all the 6 books, I think. there are 6, but I didn't read it and I ended up selling them online. So this year I thought of giving this a try and giving this a chance. So when I saw it in book sale for 235 pesos, I grabbed the chance and I bought it. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to try if I'm going to like it. If I didn't, then I'm not gonna buy the rest of the series. If I did, then that's a problem to my wallet, into my bank account, because I'm gonna buy the rest of the series and it's a lot. And also I forgot to bring here the first book in the Infernal Devices, and that is The Clockwork Angel. I've also completed that trilogy a long time ago, but I ended up selling them. When I didn't like the series, I also sold the Infernal Devices, and that is a big regret on my part because I sold it and now I am buying it again. So I've read The Clockwork Angel and I know that I'm going to look for the rest of the trilogy because I love Gem so much. And I'm going to buy the Chain of Gold as well. Anyway, the last of this pile is going to be a hardbound, and I'm so freaking happy because I saw this and I thought that this is a good find. I got this for 130 pesos and it's a hardback. That is The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. I love Sarah Dessen. Even other people don't really like her, I still love her. I've read countless of her books. I read with Along for the Ride, Lock and Key, Just Listen, The Truth About Forever. So I've read a lot of her books and I am so happy that I found this from book sale and I'm so excited to read it. Okay, so this next pile, we are on to our last pile finally because it's getting dark. Wait lang. There you go, there's light in all places. So binuksan ko na yung ilaw guys because it's getting dark. This next pile that I'm gonna show you are from online thrifting that I did. As I've mentioned in the past video of mine, I love to go online on Instagram and Facebook and find like cheap prices for like secondhand books, and these pile I got it from them and they are quite a lot. I didn't know how I ended up buying all of these in just 2 months. I don't know. Hindi ko rin talaga alam guys, I swear, I promise. In just 2 months. 2 months lang. Look at this. Look at this pile. And I'm just really so happy because I know that I've saved a lot of money instead of buying these books on full price on bookstores. So let's start so that we can finish this. This video is too long already. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm going to show you the books that I've got from online thrifting, from online secondhand bookshops on Instagram and on Facebook, and there is also one from Shopee here. So I'm going to show it to you and then I'm going to put the name or the username of where I got it because I already forgot. Alright, so the first in this list is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I got this from a Bookstagram secondhand bookshop, but actually it's not secondhand and it's still brand new, it's still sealed. But I got this for 300 pesos, I think. Yeah, for 300 pesos. I read the first Angie Thomas book, which is The Hate You Give. I read it in ebook and I love that book so much. You know, I kind of scared to read this because I have high expectations because it's an Angie Thomas book, but nevertheless, I'm excited to read this. So the next book from this pile is The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand, and I got this from a Facebook book group page of secondhand books, I think. So this one is really secondhand because you can see that there are marks on the cover and the pages have become yellowish, and you will also know that this has been read. There are, you know, marks there, but it's okay with me. It's still intact. I still think this book is beautiful in my eyes. This was published in 2015, so I think I saw it like 2 years ago, and I was interested with the cover and a bit of the synopsis. Next from the list is Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. And this one is a very popular book, and the book number 2 already came out, but I haven't read this one yet. It's still sealed, as you can see. It hasn't been opened, and it still has a tag price from Fully Booked. So this one is a cheap find. Okay, next on my pile, this one is a series again that I really would love to read, but I haven't had a chance to do so. So I bought the first book in an online shop as well. And that book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Please don't judge me, I haven't read this one as well. It's sealed, but the seller, I think, covered the book herself, so it's still a plus, it's still a point because it's covered. It still has a tag from Fully Booked, and so I want to try that one as well and see if I will love it, and then I'm going to buy the rest of the series. I've heard mixed reviews about that series, but I'm going to try it myself. I'm going to read it myself. Next from this pile is There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. I've seen this also from a lot of booktube that I watch and bookstagram as well. And Stephanie Perkins is the author of Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and then Isla and the Happily Ever After. I have those books. I read the books and I like some of them. I don't like some of them. But all in all, Stephanie Perkins is a good author, but I don't know if I will love or if I will like this because it's kind of a thriller, so I'm going to try if I'm gonna love this one as well. Next from this pile, we have Graceling by Kristen Cashore. This one is also a part of a series or a trilogy. I am not really sure about that. This is a popular one as well, but I don't have any idea what this is about, so I'm just gonna leave it there and I'm going to read this one and see if I'm going to like it and buy the rest of the series as well. You know, start of my life. And the next one on this pile is, this is the only book that I got from Shopee here, and that book is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Nung. I don't know how to pronounce her last. I butchered it, I'm sorry, but this one is a fiction. I've heard really good reviews about this book. I really would love to read this. This is the reason why I would love to go to the Big Bad Wolf, because I saw that they're selling this for 190 pesos, I think. But when I went there, I found nothing. I found not even a single copy of this book. So when I saw this from Shopee, I grabbed the opportunity and got this for 290 pesos. So that's not a bad price because this is kind of expensive in bookstore. So I'm really interested with this book. This one I'm thinking of reading sooner than the rest of my pile. And I'm so excited because I've heard really good reviews about this. This 2 books is a duology, which I got from online bookshop as well for discounted prices. This one is secondhand because you can see it in their marks that they've been read or they've been stored. So these books are This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. When I first heard Victoria Schwab, because I haven't read any book of hers yet, when I first heard her, she was really hyped up because of Vicious and Darker Shades of Magic. I really don't know why, but this duology is what piques my interest. Like, I'm interested in Vicious and Vengeful because they've got really good reviews on BookTube especially. And I also would love to read a Darker Shades of Magic trilogy by Victoria Schwab. But this duology, there's something about these books that I really would love to have a copy of them and read them. And when I found this on an online bookshop, I grabbed the opportunity agad. The books are still in pristine condition. Even though it's not sealed, the edges are still okay, the book is still intact, I still love the condition of the book. And finally, and the last one from this pile and the last book from this haul, this one, I just read it. I just finished reading this yesterday, I think, or the other day. That book is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This one, I got this as well from an online bookshop. I think it was from Facebook, and I love this book. I love it. I'm going to share my thoughts and reviews about this book on my next video. Anyway guys, we are finally done for the day. I'm tired. I filmed this video for an hour. It took me forever. I know that I kind of got crazy from the last 2 months, but I'm really happy for my haul. I got 30 books in total, and all of them, except for one, which is Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, almost everything I got from cheap and discounted prices. I'm so happy for that. I think I'm not gonna buy books for the next few months because I need to read this pile first. I don't want to buy more books and not read them. I want to read on my physical TBR, and I'm going to talk about that as well on the next few videos. So right now, I'm just so freaking tired of this video. Anyway guys, if you've reached this part of the video, thank you so much. I know that this is going to be long, but thank you. And my question for you is, have you read any of the books that I've showed you? And what are your thoughts about them? Should I read them next? Did you love them or did you like them? Give me some ideas, especially the ones that are not really so popular and not hyped up on booktube or bookstagram. So if you've read it, please do comment down below and tell me your thoughts about them. So that's it guys for this video. Thank you again for reaching the end of this very long video. I hope you're safe wherever you are, and just remember that the world is yours for the reading. Finally I have an outro. And do not forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button if you like this video. Comment down below anything that you want to know or you want to share, whatever. And I hope to see you on my next one. Bye!